Levitt Lake. Tucked high in the eastern Sierra at 9,600 feet in elevation. Often shrouded in mist and cloud layer, even late into the summer months. A peaceful alpine lake one moment, a windswept basin with torrential rain or snow the next. A terrain so predictably harsh that it's a dedicated training ground for the U.S. Marines preparing for winter warfare. Only accessible a few months out of the year, Leavitt Lake is a must-see. A spot you could return to time and time again. This is TrailNewbie, powered by Disciple Off-Road. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time. Last time I was out was snow camping with Rhino Off-Road, but that was all the way back in like January or February. Been pretty busy with work, a lot going on. I've got a few trail runs in, but nothing really overnight. And so it is August 2022, and one of my first kind of trips, big trips, so to speak, of the year. Going out with Rhino Off-Road, but also Fly Fisher 530 Mike and Doc Wrangler. So really looking forward to this trip. We're gonna do a multi-night trip. It's Thursday. Gonna stay tonight at Levitt Lake, which is on the backside of the Sierra, just off of the 108 that goes over. And then Friday, Saturday, we're gonna kind of go and check out the Kavanaugh Ridge area. So really looking forward to that. Never been out there before. I've been to Leavitt Lake, but that was over 20 years ago. I did get a note from the guys, Kevin and Fly Fisher 530, already up there, and it's pouring on them right now. So it could be interesting. They said the road going in is a little bit washed out, which concerns me a bit, but they're gonna be there. If I run into trouble, I've got my Garmin InReach, and there's actually a slight cell phone signal up there, so I'd be able to reach out to them. So thanks for coming along for the ride. Hope you enjoy it. Turning here onto the 108, this will take us through the town of Sonora. This highway is nicely paved, a great drive for anyone. Here at the summit, entering the Tiobe National Forest, seeing some evidence of some extreme rain and flooding that came through here. Kevin, Mike, do you copy? This is Greg, I'm at the trailhead.
Okay, when you come in, we're on the right side as you get to the lake. You'll see our awning. We're here with the, look for the bright neon amber lights.
10-4. Do you know approximate time you think in terms of being on the trail, being off-road here?
About 45 minutes. Just take your time. It's not raining anymore. Just be careful. And we're up and drinking some Pendletons.
Awesome, man. Sounds good, guys. I'll be there in a bit. Airing down here, and there just happened to be another vehicle, a very well-built Chevy Silverado Z71, who was about to head up, so we decided to head up together. The trail has some very easy sections, but tonight there were several washouts, water and mud flowing across the trail. I didn't film a ton on the way up. I really just wanted to get to camp after a long day. Here they are, Kevin and Mike. They've been up here for most of the day already. I am the late arriver. Yeah!
Show.
Yeah, buddy.
Finally. Hey, the view out here is not that great.
I bet. I bet.
Everyone's gonna be wearing Trail Newbie swag.
Yeah, yeah.
Subliminal messaging.
There's Mike in the new Trail Newbie hat.
Hold on. Why am I wanting to, make his channel better?
True.
I understand.
You know what?
This hat's brought to you by Fly Fisher.
Yeah. Look at this logo.
There it is, baby. Right there.
No, these are awesome.
Love
hats. Thank you, Greg.
Yep, absolutely.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Love it.
Yeah.
Kevin is setting up for a time lapse tonight, and we're all kind of getting situated to turn it in for the night. And man, Mike's rig is just so awesome. Nicely built out. Waking up to some rain, there's really nothing like it. It's definitely a nuisance, but there's a nostalgia when it comes to rain. You remember the sounds, the smell, everything about it. There's a nice walking trail that goes all the way around Levitt Lake. We don't have a lot of time here today, so we want to get going to our next destination. But Levitt Lake is just so incredible. Honestly, you could spend days and days up here. We're pulling out, going to head back down the trail, and we're all hoping that the trail is still in decent shape after more rain that came through last night. If you're planning a trip up to Levitt Lake, don't let some of these shots fool you. You really will need four-wheel drive and some high clearance. I mean, you could make it up two-wheel drive and high clearance potentially, but there's some areas that are really going to put your rig to the test. Most of the shots we have here look like a peaceful trail, but I'm promising you it's more difficult than you might think. Here is just one of the small streams that you'll cross. And shots like this never really give you the right perspective of the terrain. You really need to experience it firsthand. The camera doesn't do some of these areas justice, just in terms of what you're going to encounter on the trail. There's some various ledges and different things that you'll be coming up and down, so just be prepared if you make your way up here. Here is the biggest washout. Honestly, it's a mudslide. It was passable, but you sure wouldn't want to be in the middle of this when it was coming down.
I've used my Ston deflators for the first time here. Yeah, I like them. They're easy to use.
Back at the trailhead, and a great chance here to do what Jeeps do best, which is drive up on rocks for a photo shoot. All right, so we just made our way down from Levitt Lake. What a great spot. I can't recommend it enough. It's a really good sized lake, so groups of vehicles aren't all piled up on each other if it might be kind of a busy weekend. The trail in is a little rough. I'm gonna say it's maybe like a 5, something like that. Nothing too bad, but there's some washouts, obviously, with the most recent rain here. So because it's raining, we're gonna call an audible, and Mike, Fly Fisher 530, is going to take us down to Bridgeport. We're gonna get a few supplies, and then we're actually gonna skip Kavanaugh Ridge today. We're gonna go tomorrow, and because we don't think it's gonna be raining. And Mike's gonna take us to a cool spot out east. He said there's some mines and some ruins and just different things out there. And our hope is that we can get out of the rain for a day here. So that's the plan for now. Stick with us. Pulling on to the 395 here and making our way into Bridgeport. Here are gas prices in California, and these Jeeps are always thirsty.
Hey, Kevin, if you've got a guy, you might want to record this track. Might be cool to have for a record. Cool, yeah, good, we'll do.
Mike is leading us northeast of Bridgeport to see some old mines and ghost towns. But before we got too far, my back end started sliding off this extremely muddy road. The road was just saturated. And the edge of the road was truly a drop-off. So we hooked up my winch to Mike's rig, and I got to use my winch for the first time. Kevin's turn here, and he's taking a much better line than I did. All right, we're back underway. Mike keeps telling us there's some really cool spots up ahead.
No, I'd say we can check it out. Do just a quick run around it real quick here, see what it looks like.
What's this mine called?
Chemung?
Yep. C-H-E-M-U-N-G.
Yeah, this is more interesting than my mining video.
Wow, that's cool. Locals say this mine is known for being haunted, but the bulk of the activity happens on Saturday nights, they say. So good thing it's a Friday afternoon. We're good, or so we think. This mine was a big producer of gold and silver. It started in 1909, and by the 1950s, it was pretty much abandoned, except for one lone prospector. Maybe it's he who still wanders these grounds on Saturday nights.
Got another one over here. Probably still good. Yeah, this is very neat. Are there a bunch of these along the road? Yeah.
We're back on the trail, heading to the town of Masonic, which is an old mining ghost town.
It's all along in here, but the main part we haven't even come up to yet. That's the lower town area. Okay. Oh yeah, we go with tailings on the right here.
Pulling into Masonic here. Wow, this place looks incredible. A lot to see here.
You getting all these materials out here?
Yeah. I think 1,000 or 2,000 people occupied this.
Oh, crap. So what were all these buildings? You said there were saloons?
2 saloons, you know, I forget exactly all the other things that were here, but yeah, several dozen buildings. And the reason it's called Masonic Mines is there was a bunch of Masons that were hired to come up here and work the mines and when they found gold. So,
Wow.
Here it says one of the founders of the mine, J.S. Phillips, was found dead at the bottom of one of the shafts. All right, so we've been on the road for a couple hours here, and we made it to a place. It's an old mining town called Masonic, and Mike brought us out here, fly fish of 5:30, and we're going to actually camp here for the night. But there's a ton of old ruins. Mike said there's at one time roughly 1,000 people lived here. Pretty incredible spot, way back in the sticks. Beautiful setting with what type of trees were those, Mike? What type of trees are those? Quaking aspens, potentially. Bunch of pines and obviously all of the sagebrush. Just a beautiful spot. Kevin is setting up his camera. We're not exactly sure where. Somewhere up inside one of the buildings. Gonna be awesome. Hopefully he makes that alive. We'll find out soon. Was it for an honest living? Or was it greed driven to insanity? We'll stay here tonight, visitors, in the midst of what used to be a bustling town. The miners here in Masonic Mining District are rumored to still walk the streets, luring unsuspected visitors into the mine, leading to several disappearances. The town of Masonic has an eerie feel to it, one that shouldn't be taken for granted. Let your guard down for a second, and the consequences could last a lifetime. Getting here to camp, it wasn't a cakewalk. Let me show you a little bit of what we experienced. Mud, and lots of it. Slipping and sliding on shelf roads, getting stuck, having to be resourceful and nimble. But perhaps the most resourceful of our group is our good buddy, Mike. And here's why. All right, Mike, so obviously the Jeeps are filthy. You have installed something very special here. You did this yourself.
Right.
What can you tell us about it, and what's it for?
yeah, so it's a power water system, and I'm not the first one to have done this, but it basically has 2 5-gallon Scepter jerry cans inside, plastic jerry cans. They each have a quick connect on them. The hose goes to that quick connect, goes down through the bottom of the Jeep, through the floor drain on the rear passenger side. It then goes over the fuel tank and comes to a little electric RV pump that's right under the back panel here of the Jeep. That other side of that hose of the RV pump comes to this spot right here, hooks into the bumper. This is actually a plastic piece, even though it's a Recon steel bumper. This section's plastic, which made it very easy to put in a fitting. And then I just connected a switch to a 12-volt system inside, and
Nice.
You then have a power water. And what I like about the Scepter jerry cans is they allow you to, walk away from the Jeep and fill them up if you need to resupply your water.
That's awesome.
So we'll see how this works. We gotta wash these bad boys down. That's okay.
Oh, that's gonna be so nice.
Yeah.
I want that on my Jeep. And there's a install video that you did, and we'll try to link that up in the corner. And
if you follow my channel, it's on there. It's kind of a how-to of how I did it. The install with a little more detail.
love it. Car wash out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Courtesy Fly Fisher 530.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, think about like even this road, how many wagons probably pass
Yeah.
by here, you know? Very possible. Maybe the shaft is right here.
Yeah, maybe.
And this forms a box.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, I don't plan on going in it.
All of a sudden,
Yeah, that could be the shaft.
there went Rhino off-road.
Yeah.
He went too far off-road. What the heck?
Oh boy, this is nuts.
Following something there.
Yep.
Stop.
Wow. It's maybe the creepiest thing we've ever done. So when all the bats come flying out. Wow.
I'll have to hook back when I go, guys.
Yeah. Probably follow this for.
Wow.
Dang.
Seems very sketchy.
Some mining stuff.
Yeah. Like a
Wow.
internet down here.
Oh, but I think dead end right here. That's why. Okay. dead
Okay.
end. And then it goes off this way.
Wow.
Wow.
See anything down here?
Pretty hard to find.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It is. You'd have to have a drone.
Say security by obscurity, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, what do you guys think? That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it'd be fun to come back with a metal.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It'll be going off all over the place.
Scrap metal all over the place.
After exploring and checking out that active mine, we just hung out for a bit, but before long, it was time to start cooking dinner.
The tree line, and then you follow the.
All right, Kevin, you have the new iCamper Disco. What are you cooking for us tonight?
So we are going to do some Italian sausage hot dogs. We're going to grill some onions, and then we're going to set these aside. We'll go ahead and have the Italian sausage. We got all the fixings: ketchup, relish, mustard. It sounds like you're going to do some salad for us. You're rocking some beans for us. But yeah, this is actually my first time using this out on a trip, and so far, you saw it took what 30 seconds to set up, and
Yeah.
super happy with it so far.
Very nice.
Yeah, excited to see how this all turns out. I had the chains to cook it over an actual fire.
Should we dig in, guys?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm already starting here.
absolutely. As we were finishing up dinner, the most amazing sunset I've ever seen started to form over Mount Patterson. All right, so we got an amazing sunset. Rained and clouds pretty much all day. But then we were treated to this here after dinner. Masonic Mine is just a really incredible place to visit. Waking up here to a clear day, the weather's just perfect. You really couldn't ask for more. I did up some bacon and Kevin made some pancakes. Just a great morning. All right, so we just packed up camp. We're going to be heading out here in just a few minutes. Kevin's doing a little bit of some final filming. But today we're going to head to Kavanaugh Ridge. Should be a pretty easy drive. We're not expecting anything too crazy. Should be a very scenic spot, and looking forward to it. When an opportunity comes up to get out with your friends or family, do it. While you're probably watching this on your phone, tablet, computer, or TV, at some point, you've got to experience it for yourself. Other than being cautious of extreme weather, this destination is accessible with nearly any vehicle. That being said, if you come, treat the land for the piece of history and art that it is. An environment so rugged, yet so delicate. A landscape that can be carved and disturbed by man, while at the same time teach even the most prepared traveler a lesson or two about messing with Mother Nature. Don't delay. Make your plan. Get out and experience something different. You might just find something amazing in your journey. Or you might just find yourself.
Well, that's an epic view.
All right, so we are headed up the hill now to Kavanaugh Ridge. This is going to be night number 3. The first night we were in Leavitt Lake. Last night we actually diverted to a spot that Fly Fisher 530 told us about over near the Nevada border, a old mining town, as you saw, called Masonic. It was amazing, just a really cool spot. Highly recommend it. But headed up the hill now to Kavanaugh Ridge. I've never been up there before. Should be awesome. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Driving here along the 395, turning onto Virginia Lakes Road, then off the pavement onto Dunderberg Meadow.
You guys want to air down or just keep going? So we keep going unless it gets, real rough. The old stand mill up here on the left we can go check out. Wow, really? Yeah, I'll let you know when the turn's coming up.
Yeah, we can go this way or we can go this way.
I said, yeah, let's do this. Oh, this is the one you're talking about, the scenic.
Yeah, yeah, that was the scene. Yeah, so that's...
The climb here gets steep in parts, but overall it's not that difficult of a trail.
And here we have a YouTuber in his natural habitat. looking for a place to put his camera. He does not know where. Does he put it behind a bush? Does he put it next to a rock? Nobody can possibly know.
Getting pretty high up, we'll be camping at 11,000 feet, so the vegetation is getting sparse and changing for sure. All right, so we just made it up to the top of Kavanaugh Ridge, and what I'm showing you right now doesn't look that exciting until I turn around and you see the drop off.
The drop off? What are you insane?
We're gonna camp very likely right next to the ledge. There's a ledge just over there that has kind of even more of an epic drop off. But the camera's not going to do it justice. Hopefully you can hear me over a little bit of wind noise here, but the wind is actually not that bad. We were expecting worse for sure. So gonna seek out a camp spot and be back with you shortly. Check this out. He's right here.
Oh yeah, I see him. Hey, kiddo.
Hey, buddy. What's going on? That, my friends, is a marmot.
Keep coming, nice and slow. Hard passenger. Hold up a sec. All right, what do you think? Come through here, maybe?
Yep.
Getting our Jeeps situated for the night. Unfortunately, I'm very indecisive about the angle and levelness of my Jeep. It probably drives Kevin and Mike crazy.
A little passenger. Perfect, that's a good line. A little more passenger. You're gonna go up over this rock. I stop. Are you pissing it? Keep going. Keep going. Stop. You're on top.
Mike is getting his awning situated. Okay, so I've got my bed set up here. As you know, I'm a fan of the deep sleep. I've got quite a bit of mattress there, super comfortable. But tonight's sleep and tomorrow morning waking up is actually going to be more about this view right here. Pretty much the best view I've ever had at any campsite. It's just incredible. Kevin and Mike are setting up to do a comparison video of the famous Tembo Tuscadle and the new iCamper Disco. I'll put a link in the corner here so you can see the full video. We've got some dark clouds forming overhead. I hope they can get all the filming done here. All right, so it just got real interesting up here. We're up at 11,000 feet and we started to get some pretty big drops, some hail perhaps. And from the looks of it, back up over here, looks like it's coming in, may come in pretty strong and dump on us for a second. So we're kind of closing things down for a second. And then, you know, this always adds to the excitement and the fun of being out here. And it just started hailing hard. Anything can happen up here. Bunkered down. Not what we expected. One of the major benefits of sleeping in the Jeep here, you can escape all types of weather. Looking back on this footage, I think I retreated to my Jeep for a nap while the guys battled the elements. Sorry guys, but it was so dry and warm in here. I think I also caught up on some downloaded YouTube videos from Ed Shin from Crocom Outdoors, who is totally awesome. Well, all the weather passed and the comparison video and cooking resumed. Mike and Kevin did a great job. I got to be the taste tester. All right, tacos on the Scottle and the iCamper Disco. I mean, it's like match made in heaven. How'd we do? Pretty much perfect, man. Ooh, that carne asada is good. Love it. When your final day comes, perhaps your life will flash before your eyes. Will there be any regrets? Will you have anything left unfinished? Anything left unsaid? As you look back on your life, were you stifled by fear? Leaving you terrified? No, perhaps petrified. Frozen in place, with bad experiences outweighing the good? Bad experiences come, whether you like it or not. A lost job, an illness, a relationship lost, the death of a loved one. But good experiences, good memories, those you have to plan for. Those you have to create. So, when you look back one day, look death straight in the eye and ensure the good memories outweigh the bad. Fear not. Be anxious for nothing, not even death. evening is setting in here. We've got the propane fire pit going, and it's turning out just to be a beautiful night. Waking up, just an awesome night's sleep, though I heard there were 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, which I remained completely unaware of sleeping inside the Jeep here. Time to make up some breakfast. My usual go-to carnitas eggs. So easy, so good. As I say every time, I learned this from our buddy Matt, who used to be known as the Jeep Noob, but he recently switched over to a power wagon, so he can be found on Instagram as Mammoth Wagon. He made these with pulled pork. I've been doing carnitas, which I think is close enough. Hot sauce on there. That's the secret. Picture of a guy taking a picture of a guy taking a picture of a guy.
This is TrailNewbie risking his life for an epic Instagram shot.
I do it for the people.
But what a view we have here this morning.
Perspective. A particular attitude toward or way of regarding something. A point of view. There's times in life when all you need is a little change of perspective. To look out over the landscape of life and realize what's important to you. Breaking away from your everyday routine. Challenging yourself to go farther, go higher than you've ever gone before. That's what a trip like this will do for you. No, not everyone needs to camp on a cliff at 11,000 feet. But you do need to change your perspective from time to time. All right, so just finishing up final day here. We camped last night at Kavanaugh Ridge. As you've seen, the view is just next level. So we're gonna head out. We're gonna make maybe one kind of quick stop on the way at an old mine, but other than that, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for coming along for the ride. All right, if you haven't yet subscribed to Rhino Off-Road and Flyfisher 530, please do. Huge thanks to them for some of the footage. Just great guys and now lifelong friends. It's amazing who you can meet out here on the trail.